Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Virtue's as Reward. I'm just setting up now. Let me just share my stream real quick, then we can get right back into this. Okay. Going live now to finish my first route through Virtue's last reward. Okay, so I can share that to my Facebook. I just press this post. There we go. See, sharing to Facebook from Twitch is still working just fine, but on YouTube, it's a whole other story, and I can't do it unless I do it from my phone. It's on Twitter as well. Just copy paste. And I need to get my windows back in order. Where's my Twitch chat? Here. Let's get that up. Get the game up. And then let's switch over into the game. Brilliant. Where's my game window? Here. Oh, okay. So hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Virtue's Last Reward. In my first session, what did we do? We made the Grey Hair Patrol from our first choice. We had me, Fi, and what's his name? The old man. Yuroji or something like that. I can't remember. I just remember he was an old dude, grandfather. Oh, no! Let's not reset. But yeah, he was grandfather to that one dude, Quark, who tried to kill himself. Actually, I just remembered. And so then we had to vote whether or not we were going to betray the old man when we got to the booths. And I did in fact choose to betray him, as did everybody else. So, starting off in bad stead, building these relationships, I guess. But yeah, now we've come to the point after the whole Quark trying to kill himself thing, where we need to find out which door we're going to be taking next. So let's jump back into it and resume our game, so we can make the choice as to which path we go down next.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
So now we need to choose.
They're open! We need to hurry. Who's going to go in which door?
What are our options?
We're almost out of time. Pay attention. We've only got time to do this once. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
The options Fi laid out for us were the following. Option A. Clover and I, Magenta, pair up with Temyoji, that's his name, the guy that we betrayed before, to go through the blue door. Oh, I forgot! I finally get to team up with Clover. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I want to have more conversations with her, find out what happened since 999. Luna and Fi, Cyan, pair up with Dio, Yellow, to go through the green door. Kay and Alice, Yellow, pair up with Quark, Magenta, to go through the red door. Was Quark still passed out? I think he was. They gave him anesthetic, didn't they? So he stopped trying to kill himself. Okay, option B. Clover and I, Magenta, pair up with Dio, Yellow, to go through the red door. Do I want to team up with... Do I want to team up with Dio? I definitely don't want to team up with Chemyoji again. Dio's a bit of a prick. Luna and Phi, Cyan pair up with Quark, Magenta to go through the blue door. Kay and Alice Yellow pair up with Temyoji to go through the green door. So I guess the last option is pairing up with Quark, which I'm more inclined to do since we already teamed up with Temyoji and I'm not that fussed with Dio just yet. Clover and I, Magenta, pair up with Quark, Magenta to go through the green door. Luna and Phi, Cyan, pair up with Temyoji to go through the red door. Kay and Alice, Yellow, pair up with Dio, Yellow to go through the blue door. So I think I'm going to choose Quark.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Plus, I'm still like, I'm interested in the mystery of like why he's trying to kill himself. Because like he just found out he got that, well, potentially has that virus that we read about in the papers. But we don't know whether or not that's real even. So I doubt that would be why he would be trying to kill himself unless that's a symptom of the virus. But yeah, either way, I'm more interested in the mystery of him than I am of Dio or Temyoji, so I'm gonna choose him. So how are we gonna do this?
I won't go with Sigma. He betrayed me last time.
Okay, well, that narrows down our choices. What about Phi?
You hit the button, right, Sigma?
Well, yes, but
I don't want to go with Dio.
who does?
Same reason. I can't trust that he won't betray me again.
Thanks a lot, Quark. You've single-handedly torpedoed my reputation.
Well, that
Sure,
leaves
blame
us
it on
with
the kid.
option B.
No. We can't do option B.
Why not?
Sorry, Luna, but I can't trust you or Phi either. The way he is right now, someone's going to have to carry Quark. I just can't afford to give him to someone I don't trust.
Oh, well, you're not gonna like the choice I'm about to make then, I thought you trusted Phi.
Not enough for this.
Then what do you intend to do?
Quark shifted silently in Kay's arms.
Quark is a solo, as are you, Temyoji. Solos can't pair with one another. You do remember that.
Yeah, of course I do.
He's just
I didn't say there wasn't anyone.
he's just
I
not
trusted.
sure who he can trust.
There's one person.
Who's that? Who do you trust then? Clover, really? She seems... Well, I mean, I have the context of the first game, so I know she's not as shifting. She may still have secrets, but I trust her. But to these guys, she's just some random fucking girl who's probably a secret agent for some military or corporation. Unless they weren't aware of that. I can't remember if any I saw that, but either way, Clover's shifty.
What? Me?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, I guess he'd be okay with Clover and me taking the grandson then, but he didn't trust me.
Why?
I can't tell you. I just know that you'll keep him safe.
Well, that's nice of you to say, but my partner is Sigma. Are you sure you want me to take him?
It's fine. Clover, you just vote by yourself. Make Sigma wait outside the AV room.
No. If Clover takes Quark, then we have to go with option C, right? That means I'll be stuck with Dio. There's
Yeah.
no way in hell I'm going to let that happen.
Sorry, Alice, but I'm gonna have to make that happen.
Who do you want to pair up with then?
Isn't it obvious? Quark. Remember what the announcement said? Something about how the system will automatically vote ally for anyone who doesn't enter their own vote in time? If Quark doesn't wake up by then.
No! This is exactly why I can't trust any of you.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
Okay. So she wants to dupe the ally vote out of Quark then, because he's unconscious.
We don't have time to argue this. Let's
Okay,
take
let's
a
make
vote.
our final
Those
choice.
opposed to C?
Okay, let's take a vote, which I will then completely ignore because it is my decision. Alice and Dio's hands went up for C,
What? Why don't you want C, Dio?
or against C.
Well, if she's got that much of a hate on for me, that hardly plays into my hands, does it?
Fine, whatever.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I assume anyone who didn't raise their hand is alright with option C then?
No one objected. So only 2 people hate C. I kept my mouth shut too. Just as Alice had said, there was an excellent chance that Quark would default to ally. If that happened, he'd make a great opponent. I'd choose ally, of course, but it wouldn't be good to not have to worry about him choosing betray. But it would be good, sorry, not wouldn't.
Alright. 6-2 in favor.
Wait. What about me?
Stay here if you don't like it. I imagine your partner might have something to say about that, though.
Kay handed Quark to me gently, then crossed his arms and turned to face Alice. Her jaw clenched as she stared up at him, and I could see the gears turning inside her head. What? So I don't get a choice? I mean, it's going the way I wanted to go anyway, but I don't get a choice?
Fine.
10 seconds remain until
I guess not.
chromatic doors close.
Hurry, Clover. The door's closing.
Right!
Hey, take care of Quark.
Don't worry about it. I got a good grip on Quark, nodded to Tenmyoji, and took off to the door. Our feet slapped against the metal floor as we ran. The empty voice of the announcer echoed in my ears.
2,
Okay, so
0.
back in 999, when I can't remember the exact circumstances because it's been like 2 months since I played it, but like even though people were opposed to different paths, there wasn't a vote. There wasn't like a forced vote that made you choose a decision. You just made the choice anyway, regardless of whatever people thought, because of a digital root system, you were able to just force people's hands by just saying you wanted to go somewhere. Whereas in this game, it's obviously taking a vote, so I'm guessing it's taken into account the choices that I make before, which is like narrowing down my choices. So I'm guessing like the choices that I make super early on are pretty much cementing me down to specific paths, even past the first choices. Which, you know, I'm okay with. It shows that your choices have consequences past the first original consequence. It holds deeper roots to the rest of the game, and I'm happy with that.
Chromatic doors closing.
But enough of me rambling about that. Let's just get into this door and see what our next puzzle room is. So where are we? We're going off to the right then. Huh? Is this a dead end?
Well, there are 3 doors here. But it looks like they're all locked.
Okay. What's this thing? It's got a lever on it. That is a red, or at least a slightly modified looking one.
Can you pull the lever?
Come on, my hands are kind of full right now.
Oh, yeah. I can take Quark then.
You really don't want to touch that thing, do you? Because she has prior with those things twice over, mate. You don't even know.
Well, I mean, look at it. It looks suspicious. Like I'm gonna touch it and whoosh, a bunch of poison needles fly out of the wall. Maybe if I had, like, a piece of wood to move it with or something.
I think you might be a little paranoid.
Then you do it.
Fine. I shifted Quark over to one shoulder and flipped the switch with my free hand. Oh. Okay, I guess we're going to a treatment center then. See? No needles. Everything's fine.
For now. Only one of the doors opened.
Did you see the plaque on that door before it opened? I think it said something like treatment
Do
center.
you think that's some kind of medical thing?
No. I think it's a fucking coffee shop. What do you think, Clover? First an infirmary and now this. Why do I keep ending up in these places? I glanced over at Quark, asleep on my shoulder. Hey. You know what? We may have looked out.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, there might be beds or something in there where I can put him down and we can leave him be. Well, if this is where they treat people, maybe they got something in that can cure Quark. Oh, that too. I was thinking short term, but damn, Sigma's playing the long game here with his thought process.
Oh, yeah.
Let's head on in then.
Okay.
Okay, is this gonna be straight up a puzzle room now then? Looks like it. Yeah, there's our safe on that sofa. What are those?
It says on the side,
Treatment pod.
treatment pod.
Yeah. So I guess it treats people? Maybe it can help Quark.
Yeah.
And of course it's locked. Damn, no good. It's locked. Let's take a look around. Maybe something in here will tell us how to unlock this door?
Okay.
Clover nodded and bounced off to examine the room. I laid Quark down just outside of the door to the treatment centre. Clover might have been overly paranoid about the lever, but there was no harm in being cautious. Hang on there, little guy. We'll get you fixed up soon. I ruffled his hair gently, then turned and headed back into the room. I had some investigating to do. That you did. Now let's get on and seek a way out. Speed up? Oh, speed up the cursor. Okay, well before we do this, let's have a quick look at the flowchart again, because I forgot to do that when we started. Oh, so we are near our first ending. I guess we do this puzzle room, get a cutscene, get a choice, and then puzzle room and ending. So I guess like today, depending on how long it is, we could do all of that, and then at least make headway on our next choice, whichever we go to. Might finish this branch before we go on to the next one. I don't know. We can see how it all goes. Either way, there's a lot of choices to be made, and we're near the end of our first ones. So yeah, let's have a look around. What are my controls again? I forget. R1, R1. Oh, I just follow the walls around in this one. Okay, so we've got a quick glance around. Let's start examining things. There are 3 treatment pods in the pod room. There are numbers on the end of each one. Reading from the left, there are 1, 2, and 3. Oh, it's just the same thing. Okay, so I can't examine anything else there just yet. Let's have a look at this door and see what this says. That looks like a panel or screen or something? Maybe it's just a window. Shoot. Won't open. There's a control panel in the middle of it. Yeah. I think this is how you unlock it. This door can only be unlocked with the correct 4-digit code. You can use the hit and blow numbers to determine the correct number. For each of the numbers that is A the correct number and B in the correct place, you will get 1 hit. For each of the numbers that is A the correct number but B not in the correct place, you will get 1 blow. You have 10 guesses to figure out the password. If you guess wrong 10 times, the code will reset and you must start over. I'm not quite sure how it's supposed to work, but I guess I can mess with it a bit. Okay, well, let's back out of that for now. This is hard. You can do it. Yeah, let's back out of that for now, because there might be some clues as to what, like how we work that out. Seems like something we could probably do, just isolated from the rest of the clues, but maybe we'll find some way to help out. Let's have a look at this then. What have we got here? A binder. Looks like there's a piece of paper in it. It says, how to open the pod room door. You found instruction for unlocking the pod room. See, what did I say? You can review them in the archive. Let's have a look. Okay, that just sums up what we just read, so it's not really helping, it's just a reference. A tablet. There's a message on it. 4 pieces for the first password. 1 piece for the second password. What the hell is that supposed to mean? If I touch it, the screen changes. Enter a 4-digit password, then press the enter key on the right. I've no idea, mate. I guess I can just take a guess? Okay, so it's not but. Then I am completely stumped then. I have no idea what it could be. Damn. I'm stumped. I know I need a 4-letter password, but that's about it. Wasn't there a message on the tablet before it got to the password screen? You mean the one that said something about 4 pieces for the first password, 1 piece for the second password? Yeah. I think that's supposed to be your hint. Maybe, but it doesn't really seem like enough. You're right about that. A wall clock, nothing strange here. What? Are you serious? Are we even looking at the same clock? Everything about it is abnormal. I mean, yeah, it's got like 2 memory card slots, it's got like a bolt or a key on the left there, I can't see. A little display inside. Fucking Sigma, open your eyes. Really? It totally looks like a regular clock to me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Abnormality number 1. No hands. Oh, I didn't even notice that as well. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't have any. What do you mean you guess? How could you miss that? Sorry. Anyway, abnormality number 2. There's some weird green glowy thing. Oh, yeah, there is. What is that? I guess there's no way to know without taking it out. But there's a cover, right? You can't get to it. Yeah, and it won't open. Shoot. Why is he suddenly saying shoot now? Like, everybody's fucking swearing up a storm before, and now it's just, oh shoot. Cheese and rice, gosh darn it. Well, duh. There's no way it's gonna be that easy. So if we want this green thing, we have to figure out a way to get that cover open. Yep. Abnormality number 3 is the hole on the bottom left corner. Ah, we can see it clearer now. Yeah. It's just a hole. Huh. I wonder what it is. I think it's probably a keyhole. Yeah, same. Uh-huh. Then that means... Wait. We can think later. I've got 2 more points of abnormality. Number 4. Turn your attention to the other side of the clock. Specifically, the bottom right corner. Yeah, the memory card slots. What do you think these are? Well, they're 2 slots painted red and green. Do you think they're for memory cards? They sure look like they are. And I've saved the best for last. Abnormality number 5 is about number 4. Huh? Look, see where it says number 4 on the clock face? That number 4 is the 5th abnormality. Ah, yes, I see. Here's rather odd. Does that mean this is the 4th clock? Anyway, those are the 5 weird things about this clock. Where were you looking anyway? At the clock? Then your eyes must be worse than I thought. I know, right? Okay, so I guess we need to find a key and some memory cards, and then we can work out what this clock is all about. So let's carry on searching. What is that? Oh, that'd be the exit there. It says lock on it. It must be what's keeping the door shut. It looks just like the one in the infirmary. Yeah, we saw one in the crew quarters too. So in order to get out of here, we're going to have to find the key that fits it. Yeah, that's how it worked before. This is the exit. It's locked. There you go. Swift and to the point. But what about this plant? What's that? Is that a memory card right there? A plant. It's all withered up. How sad. I bet it hasn't been watered. Yeah. Did you notice there's something stuck in the trunk? Yeah, I did. Yeah, it looks like red plastic? Let me have a look. I'll see if I can pull it out. Huh? It won't budge. I think it's stuck on something. Guess we have to take the whole thing then. Huh? Well, that red thing is probably important. Yeah. You're probably right. Okay, so we have the entire fucking huge potted plant. Now we just have to work out how to get the memory card out of that. A withered plant. There's a bit of red plastic sticking out the trunk. It's in there real good though. Can't pull it out. Maybe there'll be some shears or something? The fuck is that? Oh my gosh. Aliens! Pretty sure they're just jellyfish. Fucking aliens. Just straight to aliens, Clover. Okay then. These are free jellyfish. 2 yellow ones and a purple one. What's that inside the purple one? Is it digesting human flesh? Why would you even think something like that? I don't think it's meat anyway. Look at it. It's too solid. I think it's a tile of some sort. I wonder if we can get it out. Ah, no, we need a key again. There's a lid on the tanks. You can't open it? Nope. Looks like it's locked. Well, it's got a keyhole. Then I guess we need to unlock it if we want to open it. Good work, Einstein. You figured out that keyholes need unlocking. What the fuck is this lion charging its laser? Nice lion. That's a pretty realistic painting. It's a really, really, really real lion. I don't know if that's referencing something. Don't sing in a whisper like that. It's creepy. It looks kind of like he's coughing up a hairball. See, I went for charging a laser, but whatever, sure. I think he's trying to eat something, not cough it up. He's trying to eat a hairball? Probably something else. What? I don't know. There's just a hole there? So we need to put something into the hole? It'll be what the jellyfish is eating, okay. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so if we can get a key to open this, then we can put something in there, which will probably either give us the other memory card or a method to get the first one out of the tree. What's in here? Oh, that's where we came in, isn't it? I know you're worried about Quark. So don't you think we should get him into the pod as soon as we can? That should be our first priority. What's this? There's a button under the screen. Push it then. Right. And there. Hey, it turned on. Looks like there's something on it. Oh my god, this is to work out the password, isn't it? What the heck is this? It says start in the corner there. Maybe it's a board game? You've found an image of a board game. You can review it in the archive. Oh good. I can review it. That'll be the key to figuring out the text password, so... Oh, here's the green memory card plant, so let's grab that as well. Look, there's a plant over here too. This one's pretty healthy. It's got a piece of plastic stuck in it too. Looks like this one won't come out either. Well, guess I'll be carrying around another plant then. A healthy plant. There's a bit of green plastic sticking out of the trunk. It's in there real good there. I can't pull it out. Okay, so we've got 2 plants, a tablet, and the key for that password. So let's work out how we can do that password then. Where was the text password? Oh, it was in the tablet, wasn't it? No, I don't want to do any of these things. Here we go. Dice game. A dice game. M is clockwise, H is counterclockwise? Oh, that'll be minute and hour. Maybe? For the clock, I mean? I don't know. What does this... I don't know, I can't work out the significance of this. Let's have a look at the tablet again. A tablet. The screen says the following: 4 pieces for the first password, 1 piece for the second password. I touch it, the screen changes. I don't think I have enough information for this. Unless it's a riddle I'm not solving. Whoops. Do you think maybe pieces could mean like the pieces in a board game? Do you remember what it said on the tablet before the password screen popped up? Like 4 pieces for the first password, 1 piece for the second password. Those pieces. Okay. But what board game were you talking about? You already forgot? I don't forget, I'm just not sure the significance of it. Or at least how to work it. Let's... Ow! Let's bring it up. How do I get to it again? Oh yeah, here. So 4 pieces for the first password. Have we got like a dice or something? Or maybe this is how we get the password. And it'll give us like numbers of spaces to move or something like that. I don't know. Either way, I think we should probably go for the hit or blow thing now, because we've had a look around and I'm not sure what to do with the other thing. So let's have a go on this. I guess we can start with like start and see which was blow. Blow was it's in the right place but in the wrong. What was it? Oh, I can make drawings and notes and shit. Okay. Door puzzle instructions. So if one of the numbers you select is a number in the password but is not in the right place, that will add your blow count. Okay, so we got a right number in the wrong place, so I guess let's just say 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 hit, 2 blow. Ooh, so something is in the right place, something is wrong, and 2 were right in the wrong place. So 1 of 1 to 4 is correct. So let's. Oh crap! Did that reset it? I hit that didn't reset it. Let me try again. 1 blow. Okay, so clear. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 hit, 2 blow. Okay, so that didn't do that. Let's say 1, 6, 7, 8 and see if that changes it. 1 hit and 2 blow. Okay, so that means 1 is a blow and 8 is a blow. So one of these is a hit and one of these is a blow, so we just need to work out what. So let's say... Oh no, it was 5 I meant, is the other one. So let's say 1, 5, 7, 8. Check that. 2 hits and 1 blow. So 5. I think 5 is correct then because that's what we changed out. So it'll be 1, 5, 6, and 7 or 8. So let's say. So let's say 6, 5 because that was in the right place. 1 so we can check a new position. Then 7. And if not 7 it should be 8. And then that should be it. So hopefully this will be 3 hits. Or just 4 hits. 2 hits, 2 blows. Okay. So trade 6 and 7. So 7, 5, 1, 6. 7, 5, 1, 6. Oh, God damn it. I think I had. Okay. Okay, so something's in the right place. Oh, we're running out there. We got 4 choices left. We got all 4 of the right numbers, but we're not sure. Okay, so what we have before, we had 6, 5, 1, 7. Let's try 6, 5, 7, 1. 6, 5, 7, 1. There it is. Okay, we got it. We got there. You did it, Sigma. Looks like that was the answer. Whew. That was lucky. That was kind of lucky, really. Anyway, it seems to have unlocked. So now we have more area to explore. Plus, okay, we can't turn that way. Plus, obviously, the treatment pods. So let's just scroll around first and see if there's anything obviously standing out. Just the pods. Okay. Let's try looking at these. There's a message on the screen. Maintenance complete. Please insert activation chip. What does it mean about an activation chip? Well, I guess it's a chip we insert to activate the pod. You think? Why are you being like that? This is important. Wait. Okay, I get it. We need to get Quark into one of these, right? Yeah. Okay, so are they all like that? Oh, that has a time on it. I just noticed. Let's just examine all of these quick before we go experimental with things. There's a message on the screen. Currently undergoing internal maintenance. Please stand by. I guess we can't use this one. Yeah. Looks like there are 3 pods. From the left they're pod 1, pod 2 and pod 3. There are numbers on them. You just can't really see them from here. Also they got handles. Maybe therefore opening the pods up? Ooh, that looked like something was written on that. 111. That looks like a time backwards, so 11 past 1. The cover for pod 3, there's something written on it. This looks like a digital clock. 11 hours and 1 minute? Nah, that's 1 hour and 11 minutes, mate. Okay. So let's leave that as it is and examine these other screens. The screen says currently undergoing internal maintenance. Looks like we can't use this pod. So what's on this one then? Oh, another clock. 1 second. I'm back, sorry about that. Okay, so I noticed there is a key here as well as that time, so let's have a look at what this says. Yeah. It is a key, isn't it? A silver key. This just looks like a normal key. Have you seen any keyholes that look like they might fit it? I guess? I don't know. I wouldn't say those other keyholes look normal. But I guess we can try it. So, 20 past 6. A clock, huh? Did you think it was a nibble with 2 hairs growing out of it? Oh my god. Clover. Of course not. The hands are pointing to 6:20. Okay, so we've got 11 past 1, we've got 6:20. We already looked at that screen, didn't we? We can try the keys in a sec after we've looked at that. Which is 7:15. This is a clock. The hands are pointing to 7:15. Are you sure you're reading it right? Yeah. See the 12? That's the top. Yeah, apparently Sigma can't read a clock. What's in this one then? Another key. Ah, that key looks more like the holes we were looking at before. There's something in here. A key? Yeah, see, it's like a solid thing instead of this, which is just like a normal ass door key. I think this is called a dimple key. It's pretty thick too. I've never actually heard of a dimple key. Anything on this one then? The cover for Pod 1 seems pretty normal to me, which in itself is abnormal in this game. So let's try these keys over here. This must be where the activation chip goes. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Whoops. So let's see if a dimple key works as an activation key, activation chip, whatever they call it. No, I don't want to examine it. So nope. Okay, so we've got the dimple key equipped. Let's see if that works on any of these. I'm guessing not, but we can have a go. No, and I guess it'll say the same again, so no point trying. Now, where did we see keyholes? We saw one on the fish tank, we saw one on here, so let's try the dimple key here. Well, that worked. Haha! It's open. But before we fuck around with that, let's get the silver key out and see where that works. I assume we're right here, so let's have a go. There we go. Now I should be able to open this thing. What's that? What the hell? There's a second lid. Yeah, but it's got a hole in the middle. If you stick your hand in there, maybe you can grab that one with the meat in it? It's not meat. Whatever. Let's give it a shot. Ah! Hot! Shit, this water's really hot. Really? Really? Then these bubbles... Yeah, it's boiling. No way! No jellyfish could survive in boiling water. They are aliens! Oh my god, Clover. Yeah. We should try and get the purple one to rise up to the top somehow. If we can get it right under the hole in this lid, I think I can grab it. Oh my god, that must fucking hurt there. You can move the free jellyfish by using the directional buttons. Move the purple jellyfish to the hole using the water currents in the tank. If you move one of the yellow jellyfish to the hole instead, you are a failure, and we are very disappointed in you. Wow, this game bringing the judgment hard. Okay, let's do this. Oh, okay. So it's similar to before, except instead of making it go the whole way, what I can do is this. this then. Like this, I think. Or like this. There we go. That was pretty straightforward. Gotta grab it jelly fast. What the heck? Jellyfish and fast, because the water is hot. I guess that pun probably works better in Japanese. Okay, let's examine this. This is Ellen. She's a mysterious, intelligent life form from the outer reaches of space. Don't give it a name. Here. Here, take it. Hey, stop it. What if it grabs onto my face and lays eggs in me or something? Come on, it just wants to give you a hug. Besides, it's not even alive. It's a thing. Man-made, like a toy or something. But it's disgusting. Sorry, no. It's digesting a chunk of meat. That's not meat. Then what is it? Hold on. I'll pull it out now. Circular tile. It's human flesh. No, it's not. It's a ceramic tile. Oh, well, yeah, I guess it is only red on one side. Okay, so now let's use this with the lion painting. Let's see what that gives us. Yep, fits perfectly. Yeah, I don't think it did anything that... Look! Huh? What the heck is this? A laser? What is that? Where is it shining to as well? I'll examine it and then turn around and look. Gosh, I didn't think there'd be something like this behind that picture. A laser. So when I said that lion was charging his laser, I guess that wasn't entirely inaccurate. So where is that shining? Up there. Let's go in that room and see if that's anything. Let's have a look. Oh, I can't interact with it. Okay. So we did that whole jellyfish minigame thing so that we could open up a fish tank and have a laser shine onto a wall. So I have no idea what we could have to do next. Oh, the clock, obviously, we just unlocked that. So let's go have a look then. I don't want to shut it, I was just going to see if it would say anything. Well, I guess I'll grab this thing first. Chip with number 1 written on it. Oh, that'll be the activation chip for pod number 1, obviously. A chip with a green light on it. Not sure what it does. So let's go unlock the pod then. Well, activate the pod. That'll bring us one step closer to solving this. Oh, look! The colour changed. I think it says something too. There's a message on the screen. Before use, this system must be initialized. Please perform the following tests. 1. Treat vegetation. 2. Freeze vegetation. Until tests are complete, pod will not function with human occupant. What the heck is this? You can't put a person in there until it runs its tests. Seems pretty clear to me. Then what about Quark? Don't worry, we just need to run the tests. Something about treating and freezing a plant? Yeah. Treating makes sense. These being treatment pods and all, but freezing? Well, we don't really have a choice, do we? Gotta follow the instructions. Come on, we don't have time to just sit around. We gotta do these tests so that we can get Quark into one of these pods. Yeah, right. Got it. Okay. So, obviously we have the plants. So let's go ahead and do step 1 to treat this withered plant. If I put this in number 1 pod, exactly. Exactly, so you're getting it now. You're starting to understand. So let's just, I guess, place it in here? Yeah. Okay, I put the withered plant down. What do we do next? Let's try closing the pod. Right, here goes. Identifying subject. Done. Diagnosing subject. Done. Initiating treatment cycle. Do 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 do. Treatment completed. Pod opening. We hope to see you again. Where'd the memory card go? Hey, what the heck is this? That plant was practically dead a minute ago. No way. No way, that's impossible. It's like magic. Well, we won't need this plant anymore. He's done a good job. Thank you for your service, sir. Oh, and there's our memory card. Huh? Hey, it looks like there's something here. It must be the thing that was stuck in the trunk. Whatever the treatment was, must have pushed it out. And here we have it, our red memory card. I wonder what this is. A memory card, maybe? It's got those metal pin things in it. Okay, so before we deal with that, let's try freezing this healthy plant. What are you doing? Hurry up and put it in. Okay. This time it's the healthy plant's turn. I wonder if it'll work. Who knows? Let's just close it up. Identifying subject. Oh, sorry. Identifying subject. Done. Diagnosing subject. Done. Initiating freeze cycle. Freeze test complete. Pod opening. And there it is. Whoa! It's totally frozen stiff! Probably because of your lame joke. Did I say something? Clover's pretty savage, isn't she? Look, the leaves are all crunchy. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Ah! Oh man, what did you do, Clover? It's all broken now. But, whatever. Just help me clean it up. Huh? This wasn't here before. It's that plastic thing that was stuck in the trunk. It must have fallen out when the plant shattered. And there we go. We've got both our memory cards, so let's select them. Alright, I think that should complete both of the tests. So hurry up and put Quark in. I know, I know. Hang on. There we go. He's sure sleeping pretty hard, huh? I mean, we did give him anesthetic, so of course he's sleeping pretty hard. You'd never think he's sick. I guess that super oil stuff is really strong. Yeah. So, what do we do now? How about closing the cover like we did before? That should start the automatic diagnosis. Got it. But I mean, it could also freeze him to death. Are they really willing to risk his life? I don't know. Identifying subject. Done. Diagnosing subject. Done. Single human occupant secured. Beginning treatment. Is he going to be okay? Maybe we should check the screen. Yeah. I think this is some kind of readout of Quark's vital signs. Body temperature, pulse rate, blood pressure, respiration frequency. They all look normal. What a relief. Wait. There's something else down at the bottom. Radical 6 virus detected in subject. System is not equipped to treat Radical 6. Current program will alleviate symptoms but cannot cure viral infection. What the heck? Then what was the point of putting him in here? Well, I don't think there was no point. After all, it said it can alleviate the symptoms. But, hold on. Let's keep looking. It says more. The system is capable of inducing a cold sleep state. Cold sleep state freezes subject with CAS, preserving cellular structure. During cold sleep state, body functions are suspended, preventing viral spread. Activate sleep function? Yes. No. Cold sleep? What the heck is that? I have no idea. But remember the freezing test? Whatever. We need to get out of here and tell everyone else about this. What should we tell it to do? Huh? Do we put him in cold sleep? Activate sleep function? Yes or no? No question. What if he got smashed like the plant? No, it is. I mean, I hope he's okay. But what can we do now? The other pods do anything? I think what we should do is make note of all the times that we found real quick. I'm actually going to open this up and see if he's in there as well, unless it stops me. Quark is in this pod and it's treating him right now. I probably shouldn't open it. Okay, sure. So what have we got? We've got 7:15. We have got we've got 6:20. And we have got, oh, what's this? I thought it was a cutscene. Oh, 1 second. I'm back, sorry about that. Just some noise going off, just had to wait for it to pass and mute my mic. But anyway, now that we've opened this. So it says, at first I thought it was 1 upside down, but now the laser that we've did the lion has obviously pointed out that this is 15 past midnight. So yeah. What do we do with all these times then? Oh, unless the hour and minute wasn't referring to the clock in there, but to the board game. Let's have a look at this. What was it? Minute is right, hour is left. Oh! Maybe the times are like, what was the first one? It was 7:15. Whoop. So maybe that means to like move. Where's my mouse so I can see what I'm doing? controller just changes screen. So I move 7 places for each of the things. So 7 hours is left. So 1, 2. Does that count as 1? I don't know. Let's say that counts as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 15 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is it? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll get S both ways. I don't know. Maybe that's not. Maybe that's not the answer then. What was the other one? It was 0, 0, 15, wasn't it? So 0, 0. That would leave us at T, and 15 would take us to S. So TS. Oh no. So maybe I just... Okay, I think I got this all wrong. So 715 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from here, 15 places ahead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Was that right? I don't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so G. G is the first letter then. Let me memo this shit. Can I just type? G. There you go, next to 1. Does that save when I like fully exit out? Let's have a look. Whoops. It does. Okay, so we've got a G next to 1. So pod 1 was G. What was pod 2? Let's have a look at the time on this. Oops. We're getting closer to our solution. It was 6:20. So let's do 6:20. Oh crap. Get my mouse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 20. I'm just going to count by hand, it's easier. You won't see where I'm going, but I can explain. So from Y we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Huh. Well, that just ends me up on S. Unless the let me use my mouse. This T here doesn't count. Maybe that counts as the first step, because I'm just assuming this is the start, but maybe this is the start. So let's try that again. So 7:15 ended me up. What was over here? So I guess it would be back 1, which would be P. So let's just make another separate memo of that. P. Oh God, it's impossible to draw with this. I guess I could just use the mouse, it'd be a little easier. Which means that number 2 it was 20 past 6, wasn't it? So that would be, I got here, so that would be A. So let's say A for this one, and S for the other way. Oh my God. It's impossible to draw with a mouse, at least if you're me. And then we had quarter past midnight, which obviously is 0, 0 and 15, so I guess that is just 15 steps ahead, which would be S, I think. Not that one, that one. Because that's what I counted before. 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so that is S as well. And I can just draw an S. And if that's not the case, then it's an A. Ooh. Just so. And where do we get the last time? I don't know. Well, either way, we got three letters of a password written in 2 different ways. So let's go deal with the memory card situation. And then we can find wherever that last time is, or work it out, or whatever it is we need to do. Alright, there we go. Look! There's a hand on the face now. Oh, okay, this is how we get our last time then. Is this an hour hand? It's pointing to 4. Okay, so let's get the green memory card out. Put that in. He did it again! There's another hand. A minute hand this time. Looks like it's pointing to 5 past. So we got 405. So let's bring this up. So 405, that's just 1. So T or O. T or O. So the password is either past, which makes sense and is a word, or GSAO, which doesn't make sense. But yeah. Whoops. But what was the rule for the second password? Before we put this shit in. Actually no, let's put this shit in. I guess that's the safe password, right? Damn it. There it is. It took a few clicks, but we're there now. This is a safe, right? Yeah. Just like the ones in the AB room and infirmary. It should open when we plug in the right password. Assuming it works like the others, of course. Okay, no, so I can't just put the password in there. Where do I put the password then? Oh, of course, on the tablet. I guess that will give us... I guess that will give us the password that we want once we put in the text password on here. I'm guessing password 1 will give us the first door password, and to get the gold file password we'll have to work out what the second one is. So let's type in past. Complete. Well, completed. Good job! You logged in! Yeah, but look at the screen. Yeah, there's our green password, so 2 stars and a sun. Huh? This is... It's a password for the safe. We found a safe password, blah blah blah. Okay, so whatever, we've got that. But now, let's have a look at the rule. Oh, yeah, there's our password. Let's have a look. Where is it? There. Oh no, it's a door puzzle. How do I get the normal instructions? I think I just use this. The screen says the following. Yeah, here it is. Okay. I don't care about the first password. 1 piece for the second password. So I guess... Oh, so... Oh, I think I know what that means. Instead of using all 4 pieces coming from start, I guess you'll carry on the same piece. So 715 will end up P as usual. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's just back out of this and get the dice game up and the memo. So let's trash that because we already got the first password. I think the way this is going to work, let me switch to my mouse, is 1 piece of the second password. So instead of everyone starting from here and then branching out whichever way they went, however many spaces, we'll just hit the 1 piece. 715 took us around to P. So let's make a note of that. P. So much neater when I use my mouse. What was the second time? I think it was 6:30. It's A. 6. Oh no, it would have been 6:20. So let's go. So let's go 6:20, which is not 16, but 14 steps ahead. So yeah, let me just count this out by hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which will take us here to O. So let's make a note of O. And then from... what's the last one? Oh, it was the laser one, which was 11... not 11, it was 0, 0, 15. So let's go 15 spaces from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which will leave us here on U. So let's make a note of U. And the last one... I can't remember. Ah, here. 5 past 4. So... 5 past 4. Where are we? We're here on U. Will just be one step. So... ah. So our second password is poor. Let's give it a shot. Hopefully this works. And that is a real word, so... yeah, okay. We've got both passwords again. Huh. Thought so. Nice work, Sigma. Yeah, I guess. Oh, wait. Look. Okay, so our gold file password... huh? This one is different. Well, the symbols are in different spots. Okay, so we've got 2 stars and a moon. There it is. There's star, star, moon. So let's get our gold file and open it up. You did it! You opened it! So this is... oh, that's both our password. Secret. So let's find this puzzle room. Oh my god, there's so many puzzle rooms. 16 puzzle rooms. Assuming that there's one gold file in every puzzle room. Treatment pod. An amazing machine that augments an individual's natural ability to heal, strengthens their immune system, accelerates their metabolism, and can cure many otherwise incurable diseases. In addition, it can create, I guess, personalized medicines, perform gene therapy, and even repair the effects of radiation damage. What an incredible machine. It's not that incredible if it can't cure Radical 6, you say? Yes, well, I guess you've got a point, but don't worry. It also has a function called Cold Sleep. Cold Sleep uses CAS freezing to freeze the entire body without damaging it. That way, even if a disease you have can't be cured, you can be frozen until a cure is found. There are generally 2 types of cold sleep. The first type involves lowering your internal body temperature. This reduces your basal metabolic rate and induces a state similar to hibernation. In other words, your body is still actively functioning, just very slowly. The other sort of cold sleep is the one in this game. This involves freezing your body to essentially lock it in whatever state it was in. Until recently this was impossible because the expansion and crystallization that took place during the freezing process irrevocably damaged human tissue. In the world where this game takes place, however, CAS technology has overcome this hurdle and has made cryonics a reality. The resuscitation rate is nearly 100%. In fact, you'd be much more likely to die in a plane crash, which means that freezing yourself to visit the future is safer than flying from Tokyo to Milan. Wow. Well, okay. CAS stands for Cells Alive System. It allows organic tissue to be safely and non-destructively frozen. In this game, CAS is used to put people in cold sleep. It supercools the subject with a magnetic field and causes them to freeze almost instantly, preventing crystallization. In real life, the problem comes when you try to thaw something out, which also must be done instantly. In this game, however, technological magic at the treatment pod makes returning from cold sleep impossible. Oh, I just realised my mouse is still on the screen, let me move that. November 2018. 16 children were reported missing. In actuality, 18 children were taken, but 2 were never reported. The person in charge was someone we will refer to as H. The purpose of the game was to conduct experiments on morphic resonance, with the children as test subjects. I won't go into the specifics here, but the short version is that this was the first nonary game. November 1st, 2027. A total of 9 participated in this session. They were abducted just as the children had been, but this time H was not in charge of the game. Clover was a participant in both games, and now she finds herself playing the nonary game yet again. In the context of this game, Espers are people with the ability to access morphogenic field. An Esper can increase the strength of their signal by being in close proximity to other Espers, assuming that they are the strongest. The strongest signal will absorb any weak ones nearby and use them to amplify its own strength. Sort of like waves. The biggest wave adds the amplitude of smaller waves to its own, covering them all up. Nonary veterans. The following 9 people were participants in the nonary game that Clover claims to have been a part of. Ace, middle-aged man. Snake, Clover's older brother, real name Light. Oh, I forgot about Snake. Obviously he was a key part of the first game, what with him going missing and the whole... whatever. You can read up all about that if you're interested, but yeah, Snake, I forgot he's a thing. Santa, arrogant, uncooperative young man. Yeah. He had his reasons though. Clover, still Clover, just younger and with a jacket. Junpei, hero of 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Yeah, he was the player character. June. Or June. I'm gonna say June. Junpei's childhood friend, real name... oh yeah, of course it's June, because it was named after the month, wasn't it? Junpei's childhood friend, real name Akane Kurashiki. 7. Amnesic detective. I'm gonna go with amnesiac. I've never actually heard that word. I've heard of amnesia and amnesiac, but not amnesic. That's probably just me being uncultured. 8. Lotus, attractive programmer, has 2 daughters. 9. Kubota, skittish man, gets blown up. That he did, yeah. Neostigmite, a type of carbamide compound that acts as a reversible... oh my god, why did I get into this? A reversible acetylcholine sterase inhibitor, exciting the parasympathetic nerve. This allows it to counteract the effects of the muscle relaxant tuboculine. Oh my god, these fucking medical terms are the worst. I can't read any of them. It can be delivered with an injection gun, like the one you see here. And that is all the files. So let's go ahead and leave this room and see the next part of the story then. Oh yeah, password here. So it's 2 stars and a sun. Completed. Oh, we have a whole bunch of shit here. Phew. It's open. Good job. That's twice you opened it. Whoa, that thing looks dangerous. You mean this gun thing? Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, it's one of those gun things, an injection gun. I think this is just an injection gun. It's a helpful tool, not a weapon. Are you sure? Well, it depends what you're injecting into people, I guess. I think that kind of depends on what's in that vial there. Yeah, Clover, you've got it. The label says neostigmine. Huh? What did you just say? Neostigmine? Neostigmine? I'm gonna say stigmine. Why? Does that mean something? Let me see it. Neostigmine. Neostigmine. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. No good. I can't remember. Damn. I don't think it's bad though. Do you have any proof? Nope. Of course not. Could you let me hang on to this? Are you sure it's not dangerous? What would you do if it was? Clover calling me out. Wow. Alright. I trust you. You don't seem like a bad person. I don't know. I don't think she's a bad person, but I definitely would not underestimate her. Thanks. Then how about I let you take me on a date sometime? Wow, okay. If we get out of here in one piece. Yeah. Cool. Moving on. What the hell? We still got a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah, but it's all flat stuff. Yes it is. First we've got a map. Okay, so I guess that's showing the direction that everyone else is going, I guess? Maybe? I'm not sure. Floor B. The map I found in the infirmary said floor A. I guess that means floor A is the top floor? I mean, we took the elevator down to get here, right? Yeah, that sounds right. Up next. Some grey cards. Oh, that would be the AB key card things. Key cards. They've got moons on them too. These must be the moon keys that the announcer was talking about. There are two of them, just like with the sun keys. One for you and me. And the other one's for Quark. But he's... well, there's not much point in giving it to him. I'll hang on to it for now. Okay. What's next? A piece of paper with something written on it. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Oh, Jesus, okay, here we go. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalised. In other words, one person out of every colour group of 3 has to vote. In other words, all 3 of us can't not vote. One of us has to. So either you or me, you mean? Oh well. There's no reason not to pick ally in the next round anyway. Of course, first we've got to get out of this room. And that'll be easy. Just look at the last thing in the safe. The key to the exit. There it is. We found the key in the safe. It should open the exit. Let's go. But I'm just going to be right back real quick so I can get myself a drink. Because my throat is starting to get a bit parched if you couldn't tell. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. Let me just switch the scene back over. Go away. There. Okay. Oh. Oh, god damn it. I just clicked off the screen and now it's just jumbled on my windows. Let me just switch this back over. Okay. So now let's take our newfound key. Whoops. Oh, look at that. Lovely picture of our injection gun. Let's also trash all of that so we can use the memo on the next puzzle that makes us think. Okay, so let's unlock the door and see what happens next. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. You found it. I sure did.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Well, shit.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Well, that's not too bad. We've got quite some time. What the hell?
Somebody else must have opened one of the AB rooms.
Oh, shit. Oh, that didn't occur to me, but okay. Why would they do that? Whatever. We should be heading back anyway. I headed for the door.
Wait!
Clover's voice stopped me. What is it? I turned to see her pointing towards the wall with the treatment pods.
The screen, it changed.
What?
The screen on the pod's monitor thingy.
Oh yeah. It says, recent operational records. I stepped closer and began to read. What it said was, interesting. Currently treating one subject. That one subject had to mean Quark. This was the pod we put him into after all. I read on. 7:48, one subject released. 8:06, one subject successfully restored. 8:16, cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization, admin. I checked the other pods. They were all the same. 7:48, one subject released. One subject successfully restored. 8:16, cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization, admin. Whoa, what is all
I
this?
think it's saying that about 8 hours ago, somebody in this pod woke up from cold sleep. Well, 3 people actually. One for each pod.
Maybe that's how they transported us in here, in cold sleep?
They all say the same thing, see?
That's before we all woke up, huh? I mean, it hasn't been 8 hours yet.
Yeah.
So, the 3 pod people could be 3 of us. They could have been captured earlier. Don't know how much earlier. Then, they were fought out 8 hours ago and carried into the AB rooms.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I really don't think there'd be anyone else in here besides the 9 of us. Well, I guess it's actually the 10 of us, huh?
Yeah. If you count the old woman we found, then it would be 10, wouldn't it? I forgot about the old woman, Jesus. So, who are the 3 pod people?
Don't ask me. How am I supposed to know that? All it says is subject. A, that's creepy. B, it doesn't tell us anything about who they might have been.
Doesn't say when they were put into cold sleep either.
And this bit, where it says, all prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
I wonder why they wouldn't just write the time though.
What?
Well, you said it yourself. The log says 8 hours ago, not like 9:15 a.m. Those minus signs have to mean this far in the past. Who would ever write the time like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I
that
didn't
is
even notice it
weird.
was minus. I thought it was just like dashes, like bullet point. But okay. Maybe Zero Senior didn't want us to know what the actual time is.
Why not?
How if I know?
Hmm.
Speaking of things I don't know, why did this stuff suddenly show up? It seems like whatever it was that triggered this activated as soon as we opened the door to leave.
Wouldn't that mean Zero Senior set it up to work that way?
Yeah, but why? That's what I'm asking. What reason would he have to do that?
Maybe he wanted us to see the records.
Perhaps, but he deleted a bunch of the data. Why?
Could it all be a trick?
Trick?
All of these records are fake. Zero Senior just set it up to mess with us.
So, you're saying this was just a joke?
Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems possible.
It's definitely possible, but I don't think he's lying to us to mess with us. I think he's just being very selective with the information that we get to disorientate us. So that it makes us panic and wonder about what's happening, but it doesn't give us enough information for us to understand the full picture. I think he's just trying to manipulate us and make us feel uneasy, and it's clearly working.
Right?
Right. It doesn't make sense.
Well, let's ask somebody else. Maybe they can think of something.
Yeah, you're right. If the AB gates have opened, then we need to be heading back to the warehouse anyway.
Yeah, and we need to tell everyone what happened with Quark.
Oh shit, what is gonna happen with Quark if the gates are already open and Quark's in the fucking bed? We double checked that Quark was alright in his pod, then hurried out of the treatment center. What kind of way are we going? Oh, it's a big loop all the way back around, I guess? Yeah, okay. Oh, it was just down the lift and back the long way around again, wasn't it? Oh no, it's another warehouse. On floor B, okay.
It looks just like the other one.
Is this another warehouse, is what I said.
Hey, could you show me that map? Yeah, I thought so. This one is right under the floor A warehouse.
Yeah. Huh, so it is.
Oh. Are those?
Those doors are white.
And there are 3 of them.
Okay, let's go take a closer look.
I knew it. These are chromatic doors. See? They've got a little
Yeah.
box right next to them, just like the others.
So these are the 3rd round chromatic doors, huh? I guess we'll be coming back here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, we might not have to.
What do you mean?
We both have 6 BP right now.
I guess we could just get out. Of course, because if Quark is gonna automatically vote ally, then we'll get out. So maybe that's a bad ending because we don't get the story. I mean, I could betray him, but obviously I'm not going to. Yeah, that's true. So,
We're a pair, right?
yeah,
And who's our opponent?
Quark.
Exactly. But he's in the pod right now, so...
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Yeah. You aren't saying we should pick Betray, are
Weren't
you?
you planning to?
Oh wow,
I
Clover.
thought that was why you were okay with option C when we were making the groups.
No, that's not. I thought that with Quark's condition, I'd be able to choose ally and not worry about getting betrayed.
Oh, come on. You don't need to lie to me.
Wow, Clover, you are so messed
We're
up.
partners. That means we share the same destiny.
You're gonna betray the kid.
So let's not hide
Jesus.
anything from each other, okay?
I'm not hiding anything.
Wait, you're serious? You were really going to pick ally?
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on a second there.
So Temyoji specifically did not trust me, but trusted Clover. And now Clover is the one that wants to betray, and I'm the one that wants to ally. Okay.
We might not get another chance like this. Let's
Yeah,
say we
but-
ally and get up to 8 points. We don't know if we'll be able to get any points next round. For all we know, there might not even be a next round. There are 3 other people with 6 BP, right? Dio, K, and Phi. What do you think's going to happen if one of them gets 9 points this round?
I know, that's... Ooh, it's a very tricky game.
Why not?
It's not going to happen though. Phi and Luna are playing against Temyoji. He's only got 1 BP left though, and I really don't think they'd pick Betray. If Temyoji picked Ally, they'd kill him. The same goes for Dio. He's playing against Alice and Kay, and Alice is
No!
BP.
Don't even think about that!
I agree. But her BP is the same as Temyoji's, so unless Dio's willing to kill someone, he won't be able to get his BP to 9.
Then Alice has to vote Betray.
Yeah, that is generally the best defensive
But if
choice.
Dio chooses ally, then
Then-
Kay would have 9 BP.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, it's just like I said then. If Kay gets 9 BP, then there won't be a third AB game.
Well, that's not necessarily the case.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
No. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
But how long, if any length, are people going to be willing to wait once they've gotten their exit pass?
So you think that Kay will stay here, even if he gets enough points to leave?
I think that Kay will stay here, because assuming that he is telling the truth and he's not the one that murdered the old lady in that room, he's amnesiac and he doesn't know anything about himself or what's going on really. So he would probably want to wait around with other people so that he would leave with somebody else. Like, why would he venture off into the world on his own with no knowledge of anything or himself? I think we can trust that Kay would stay here if he gets his 9 points, but as for literally everybody else, other than Alice, I have no idea. I assume Alice would not leave without Clover. So, we'll just have to see how the cards lie. Either way, I'm still gonna vote Ally for... Still gonna vote Ally for Quark. I don't know, but it's possible.
No, it's not!
Well, we can think about how we're going to vote later. For now, we need to get back to the others. There's a couple things I gotta do when we get back.
Fine.
Okay, back to floor A then. Let's move. I turned and headed for the exit. After a few moments, I heard Clover's footsteps following behind me. Wait, we went through the green door, so I guess we just exited through the blue door then? Okay. We just didn't see the room that was behind it. Now, what's going on? Why is someone in a chamber, and is everybody here? Is there any more bodies left to be discovered? Let's find out. Warehouse A.
Clover. Oh, thank goodness you're back.
Yep.
Aren't we the last
Yes.
ones?
Hey, where's Quark?
Temyoji's expression was furious, and from the way he was stomping towards me, I felt like I had a few seconds before I was on the ground with his hands around my neck. I explained what had happened with Quark and the pods as quickly as I could.
So are these pod things really safe?
Probably.
Probably?
I know, it is a bit risky just putting a child right in there. I probably wouldn't have done that in real life. No, they're definitely safe.
Well,
He's
are
fine.
they safe or aren't they? Look, I'm just worried about him, alright? Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover? Don't worry. We've still got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to go have a look and come back.
Okay. Come on then.
As soon as she finished, she was off. Temyoji followed at her heels, and in the blink of an eye they were gone, out of the magenta door. Right, you guys got some splaining to do.
I beg your pardon?
You opened the Abbey gates before Clover and I got back, didn't you? I want to know why the hell you'd go and do something like that.
Sigma, take a look.
As she spoke, Phi gestured towards the line of AB rooms. Only one was open,
It's not like we opened them all up.
so you're saying only one person or one pair jumped the gun
Yes.
here? Well then, who was it?
I opened it.
So it was you. Figured as much.
It's not really a big deal, okay? I mean, you came right back.
Yes, Dio. Yes, it is a big deal.
Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd have just defaulted to ally.
No, not just. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find one of these notes?
What?
We found this in the treatment center.
And there was no such thing in the pressure exchange chamber.
I didn't see one in the pantry either.
Huh. Well, whatever. You should really probably read it though.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
You get it now? If we hadn't gotten back in time, Clover, Quark, and I could have died. And you just...
Alright, I get it. Sorry. Cut me some slack though, man. I didn't know.
So you wouldn't have opened the gate if you did?
Of course I wouldn't have.
I don't trust Dio at all.
What the hell, bro?
Two milkmen go comedy.
You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right?
Yep. Yeah?
If they treat people there, I'd think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff. Did you find any Accelavir?
No. It's not really that kind of place. It just had these pods and that was it. Besides, if we'd found anything to cure Radical 6, we wouldn't have put Quark in the pod.
I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6?
No, unfortunately.
How do you know that?
Oh, well, it said so on the screen next to the pods. Something about how it can provide relief from the symptoms, but it can't actually cure the disease. That's better than nothing there. Oh, right, there's one more thing about the pods I should tell you. As quick as I could, I explained what the records had said about the pod's occupants and their cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
Are you suggesting that 3 of us were, until recently, cryogenically frozen?
If you can trust what we read, then yeah.
Which of us are the pod people then?
I would say that K, probably. Oh, hey, Josie. I would say K is probably a pod person, because he probably had to be there quite a while if he was going to be, like, put in that big old robotic suit. But, I don't know, like last time I was talking about, I reckon he could just be an AI in a robot body, which is why they were talking about AI. So I don't know, let's just see how they talk this one out. I don't know, that's what I'm saying. They didn't say who they were or even when they were frozen.
So this cold sleep, that means they basically froze the body solid, right? Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down.
Yeah, I think so.
So what would happen to the heart?
I guess it would just be frozen? But then it wouldn't beat, I guess? I don't know. What?
Wouldn't it stop when you were put into a cold sleep?
Yeah.
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Oh! So does that mean his bracelet's gone? Oh. So if we go into cold sleep, our bracelets would come off.
Then we can just defrost ourselves right away.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to open the door to leave, so you can't really do that.
You said there were 3 pods, right?
We'd only need to do it 3 times for the 9 of us.
Well, I guess they would be able to leave if it follows the same rules as the Reds from 999. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I guess it's not that easy.
I imagine that will work for you, but perhaps not so much for me.
Yeah, it's part of your whole suit, isn't it? The armor.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure something out. We should go have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more.
Of course.
Yeah. It's only 20 minutes until we got a vote, though. Everybody's fucking going on a grand adventure.
What? What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work?
I'm sorry.
Ah, it's disabled, okay.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. Zero Senior must have just locked it down.
Yeah, he couldn't make it that easy, could he? But when Clover and I were here, it worked.
Yeah, I remember checking it.
Then that bastard set this up. Oh, that's low.
Unless Temyoji was fucking with it.
It is not pleasant, but consider this. We have seen how thorough Zero is. Would he really have left such an obvious loophole?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off.
It could be the case, but I doubt that he
Whatever
missed
the
it.
case, it is an unfortunate outcome.
Unfortunate? Really? You sure? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were gonna get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours.
How could you say that? I would never be so petty as...
Before Kay could finish, the announcer's voice echoed through the facility. How long have we
10
got?
minutes remain
10
until
minutes.
Ambidex game polling closes.
Then we need to save this discussion for later
All
and head
players,
back.
please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Yeah, it's my first playthrough. I'm playing it blind as well. So I've just been making choices based on my own decisions. Like, so far the choices that I made were, at the start, the first person I teamed up with was Tenmyoji. so we could form the silver hair squad with Vi and him. Then I betrayed him. I can't remember my reasoning, probably because I thought he was annoying. But I betrayed him. And then after that I went through the green door with Quark. And now I'm going to vote whether to ally or betray Quark. And I'm going to probably choose ally. And see where that goes.
Time's running out. We should get back, guys.
I'm staying here. I can't leave Quark.
Well, you already know what happens if you stay out of the chamber and don't vote, so
Are you nuts, old man?
have fun
You're a
dying.
solo. Luna and Phi could kill you.
Yeah, I know. I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you don't vote, you'll default to ally. All they have to do is pick betray.
We won't. You staying here won't change our vote.
I don't trust Vi at all. I don't know what to make of Luna. She seems trustworthy, but I mean everyone seems trustworthy, right?
Right. We always intended to choose ally. Tenmyoji staying here is just another reason for us to stick to that plan.
Luna has the same number of BP as you, Tenmyoji.
So I guess she might be desperate and go for a betrayal just so she can, you know, have that extra buffer to not die in the next round.
Normally, the safe plan would be to choose Betray.
Yeah.
Since you will be unable to betray them, then Phi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I trust Vi and Luna.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good
I'm
idea.
sure they'll choose ally.
Sounds good. Well, apparently Sigma thinks it's fine, but I guess it doesn't affect him, so... Okay then, Tenmyoji, you take care of Quark.
You think I need you to tell me that? I won't take my eyes off him for a minute.
Come on. We don't have much time left. We need to go.
Okay, I'm hoping that next time I get paired up with Alice so I can find out what the fuck she is. Because, like, if she is the Alice from 999, then that opens up a whole host of questions. So, I want to try and be paired with her next time. Back at floor A warehouse, we open the AB rooms.
Four minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Alright, Clover. We should probably head into...
Okay.
And no, I'm not going to do what you suggested, and I am going to vote ally. The Ambidex game will now begin, blah blah blah, we saw this before, let's go.
Sigma, do you remember what I said back in the other warehouse?
Yeah. You told me we should betray Quark, since we might not get another chance like this. Right?
Yeah. Can I, take that back?
Yeah, you can, because I was going to go against it anyway, so I'd be happier if you were on board with that.
I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose ally.
Hey, that's more than just a little bit. That's like someone trading in a Shih Tzu for a German Shepherd. I mean, I can get on board with the doggo analogies at least. What the hell happened with you two? Did he say something to you?
I can't tell you.
What? Why? Well, I mean, this is super suspicious, especially considering last time when we had to make the second choice, well, when everyone made the second choice for us. He was saying, oh, I trust you, but I can't tell you why. This is just getting more and more suspicious.
I just can't.
Kinda getting glad that I betrayed him right now.
You'd laugh if I did anyway.
What? I won't
Really?
laugh. Promise.
Well, I still can't tell you.
God damn it. Hey,
I
come on.
promised. I told Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody.
Alright, fine. I won't ask about it again. But Temyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Our opponent is Quark.
No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji.
Well, yeah,
If
obviously,
we
it's
betray
his
Quark,
grandson.
we're betraying Tenmyoji.
Yep.
Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue, and green doors, Tenmyoji said something.
I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person. Clover. Just know that you'll keep him safe.
I
I
can't
cut off the
betray
bit where it
somebody
said,
who'd
I
say
can't
that
tell
about
you
me."
why yet. But he did say that. You seemed pretty ready to betray him back on floor B.
That's because I didn't know who he was.
So who is he? Aha. So you're saying you know who Temyoji really is?
Well, if what he told me was true, yeah.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Please,
Okay.
choose ally.
You aren't going to try and vote yourself?
If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. So,
Alright. With that, I turn to face the voting machine. I mean, I'm gonna vote ally anyway, so... The question was, what would I do? Ally or betray? Just as Clover had said, betraying Quark was like betraying Temyoji. That wasn't even taken into consideration that Quark was just a kid. And he was infected with a deadly disease that would almost certainly kill him if he didn't do something. How could I betray someone like that? Exactly, so ally it is. Only a monster can take advantage of a helpless child for their own gain. On the other hand, what Clover had said in the warehouse on floor B was true. It was unlikely that I'd get a chance like this again. If I choose betray, then I'd have 9 BP. I'd be able to escape this godforsaken hellhole.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
So let's make our choice. So what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or betray? I chose...
3, 2, 1.
I chose... Ally. Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Okay, now let's see the damage outside. How many people are dead?
What did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button?
No?
Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. Let's go. I gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed towards the wall where the results would be displayed.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Ooh, the tension. Who's dead? Ally, ally. Okay, so Dio... Oh my god. Kay and Alice voted to betray Dio. Doesn't surprise me that Alice voted to betray Dio, though, to be fair. And I'm guessing Dio had the same thought, so he betrayed defensively.
Points have been assigned.
Okay,
or
everyone else is good
subtracted
though.
accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
So you chose ally, huh?
Yeah. Quark is sick, a kid, and unable to vote. I couldn't bring myself to betray someone like that.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. I mean, I've been on this position since the start, and you only flipped to this position 5 minutes ago. You wanted to betray the kid, you sick fucking asshole. I only did what anyone would have. So you guys chose ally too, huh?
Of course. Tenmyoji had only one BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote ally.
Okay, so I guess that means I can vote. I can trust Fi and Luna then. Because they stuck to their word.
So there's no way we could betray somebody in that position.
If we had, then he'd...
Yeah, you didn't have much choice. Alice, Kay, and Dio, on the other hand, seem to have had a less pleasant round.
Hey, what the hell is your problem? You're either crazy or just an asshole. Were you trying to kill me?
No, nothing like that.
Well then, what was it like? If we'd voted ally,
You would be dead. The
Yep.
needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. The only way you could possibly vote was betray. Picking ally when I knew you guys would pick betray would have been suicide.
You can't die. You've got 6 BP.
Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been signing my own death warrant.
Yeah, pretty much. You don't want to fall down to 1
Heck,
point.
not just mine. Everyone except Kay's.
What?
Didn't you think it through? Your vote was
I guess she
always gonna
didn't
be
think it
betray.
through.
Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked ally. What would happen to Kay's BP?
6 plus 3 would make 9.
Well done, Alice. You can do basic sums. I guess they didn't teach you that back in Egypt, huh?
See? Then it'd be game over. Life over. He'd open the number 9 door and blow this popsicle stand. And that'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this place. You see? That's why I chose betray. I did it to save all our necks, including yours.
Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of a rebuttal before finally snorting indignantly and stalking away. So yeah, Dio voted defensively so that he wouldn't lose points, and so that, you know, Kay wouldn't just win and potentially leave. I don't think he would, but that's besides the point. So he can't really be blamed for voting that way, because after all, they did betray him too. It just, you know, sucks, because that was hinging on them also voting betray. He could have killed Alice. Oh well. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sound of the doors sliding shut.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Okay, so we've got stars next time then.
There is no set limit on usage of the star keys.
Oh. Okay. So they can just keep on using the star keys forever. I was wondering what would happen with that. But I guess that's just how it's going to go down. Hey Frigid Lumina, how's it going?
The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? Then
We
that
can play
means
the AB game as many times as we want, right?
it sure does. Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
Yeah, I was just saying before you got here, but I don't trust him at all. Like I can understand why he voted betray in the last round so that he could defend himself, but still, ooh, I don't trust him at all. Yeah, I like Clover. Like I played 999 before, so obviously I'm a bit familiar with her character, but I don't know. I'm not sure I would trust her, but I like her. he did. Okay, so what colour are we now, and are we still a pair? Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colours and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. I see. Luna and Clover are a cyan pair, and Phi and Alice are a magenta pair. The remaining 3 are all solos. Kay is red, Dio is green, and I'm blue. So how are the groups supposed to work for the next round? I think the next doors are going to be those white ones down in the floor B warehouse.
Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out.
Yeah, so lay it out for us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Phi nodded and began to explain. Option A, Temyoji and Quark pair up with me to open one door. Phi and Alice pair up with Dio to open another door. Ooh, we know that is not going to happen. Alice and Dio are not going to pair up again, so that's out the window. Luna and Clover pair up with Kay to open the last one.
Oh? Is there only one option?
Yes.
Oh, there is only one option. Well, shit.
No other combinations would be able to open the secondary doors.
How many have I played? This is my first route through. This is my first playthrough, so yeah. And like I was saying before, I'm playing blind, so I don't know anything about any of the other routes. So this is my first impression.
Admittedly, Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here for us to check, but I'm sure they're the yellow pair. If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody he could pair up with.
Oh God. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then.
Yeah. Oh, that can't end well, these two being together for the next room.
Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio.
One of them's
Wait.
definitely gonna die. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for stopping by.
So, what should we do now? It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open.
Nearly 1.5 hours. Yeah, about 80 minutes.
I'm worried about Quark's condition. Those pods can't cure Radical 6. He still needs help.
Well, we don't have anything to lose, so we might as well look for that medicine. Accelavir, right?
Yeah. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I'll help.
As will I.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea for the doctor to come along and help to find the medicine, right?
Me too.
Fine. I guess I can help.
What about you, Sigma?
Can I just lag behind and pretend I'm looking? Of course I'll help. What kind of jerk wouldn't?
Okay. We should split up and search.
After some discussion, Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice to the treatment center, and Clover, Phi and myself to the pressure exchange chamber.
Shall we regroup in the floor B warehouse 10 minutes before the doors open?
We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna.
You are going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
Then please remember to tell Tenmyoji where we intend to meet and when.
Okay.
You must also remember to bring Quark with you. I am concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Tenmyoji will be unable to open the secondary door.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Looks like we got all that straightened out. Let's go.
Though I guess, he doesn't need to be conscious, does he? So they could just carry him to open up the doors. I guess they can work that out, because I'm not going with him. With a final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading in a different direction. Who was I with again? I can't remember. Oh, I'll find out when we get to opening the doors. So, this is the pressure exchange chamber.
No, this is the prep room. There are 2 levels. The actual pressure exchange chamber is downstairs.
How do you know that?
Alice told me. She was one of the people who investigated this room.
Okay. Did you talk to her when you were waiting for us back in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Well, let's head downstairs
Good
then.
idea.
Have I got a lovely new puzzle room to sort out now then? Can't imagine so. Because I mean they already solved the puzzle room, didn't they? So this is the real thing.
Seems like it.
Why do they have something like this here?
Well, this is just what Alice told me, but
Apparently the pressure inside the facility was a lot higher than the pressure outside. That was part of the system designed to keep the virus from getting in. It did mean, however, that we need to go through a decompression process in order to get outside.
remember all those suits along the wall of the prep room? Those keep you from getting infected. We won't even be able to enter the pressure exchange chamber if we don't have them on.
Damn, just how infected is the world? I see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then that newspaper article was right?
Unfortunately, that seems pretty likely.
Yeah. So the air out there is teeming with Radical 6.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Something's been bothering me.
What is it?
Aren't you saying that if we put on those suits, we can go into the pressure exchange chamber and go outside, right?
Oh. No, we can't do that. The door beyond the pressure exchange chamber is locked up tight.
Looks like that's welded shut, not just locked up. Damn it. Just one door between us and freedom.
Well, if you look at it that way, it's the same as the number 9 door.
But yeah, point. Okay, yeah, but...
Whatever. We need to be focusing on finding that Accelavir. Quark needs it.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know whether or not we'd find that here, though. We've already
go look around
gone
upstairs.
through the medical facilities.
You 2 take this floor, alright?
Got it.
Okay.
We looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Eventually, I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer. Hey, what do you think the deal is with this stuff about the world being infested with some crazy virus? A pandemic seems like it would just make the news, but I don't remember hearing anything. Wait a minute. You mentioned it, didn't you? Back when Dio was asking questions? We were in the infirmary. It was right after Quark lost it.
Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no. But
And then Alice said...
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
So is it like a bioweapon gone wrong or something? So what's the rumour she was talking about? I got the feeling you and Alice were talking about the same thing. Clover, what do you know? What are you and Alice anyway? What are frogs? I heard you guys belong to some sort of organisation, but what is it? Clover was quiet for a long time. She bit her thumbnail and looked down at the floor. Then finally she lifted her head and met my eyes.
fine. I think I can trust you. Just don't tell Alice, okay?
Sure thing.
Promise?
Promise. Clover nodded and began to talk. I listened with rapt attention, at a complete loss for words. Here is what she said. God damn it. Thought I was going to listen to her explain, but whatever. Alice and I are agents of the SOIS, which is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. SOIS stands for Special Office of Internal Security, and we're an elite intelligence division that investigates potentially disruptive or dangerous elements, such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organizations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to the state or citizenry. Our existence hasn't been made public, so there are only a few people who even know we exist. You're probably wondering how I even got involved in something like that, huh? Yeah. It's quite a difference in like the space of a year since 999 for you to be in this sort of position, so spill the beans. Well, it started when I met Alice. In the desert, hitchhiking. I told you that I'd played the nunnery game twice before, right? Well, this was after the second time, so about a year ago. We'd just escaped and we were all stuffed into this SUV barreling across the desert. I was driving, and that's when I saw her. Alice. She was standing next to the road with her thumb out. She was already working for the SOIS, and she'd been on her way to the building we'd been trapped in as part of her investigation. But on the way there, her car had been broken down. We offered to give her a ride, of course. After she got in, we started talking, and it turned out that Alice had gotten a tip that the terrorists she was after were in the building we'd been trapped in. We couldn't see how us playing the nunnery game had anything to do with the terrorists. But Alice had a suggestion. Maybe the two people who trapped you in there are the terrorists. What? Sansa and June? No way. That didn't seem very likely to us, but we were chasing after them anyway, so we decided to bring Alice with us. Unfortunately, we didn't find them. As far as you know, they're still out there now, on the run. Anyway, we were taken back to the SOIS headquarters and put into custody. I guess they thought there had to be some kind of connection between us being kidnapped and the terrorist group they were investigating. They must not have found anything because after a few days of questioning, they let us go. We all went home and returned to our lives. But things didn't go back to the way they'd been. My mum got really worried about me and my brother, since we'd gotten kidnapped twice now, so she hired bodyguards for us. Oh, I haven't told you about my brother, have I? He's super awesome, for one. And he was in both of the last two nunnery games too. So anyway, we've been grabbed twice. But the people behind the two nunnery games were totally different. That didn't matter to my mum though. So after that, all these huge men in black suits followed me and my brother everywhere. It was awful. We were always being watched. People would look at us funny because we were being followed around by a bunch of creepy looking guys. I couldn't stand it. Just when I thought I'd finally be free, all that was waiting for me was another kind of prison. The only time I was really happy was when I was hanging out with my brother. So we were talking it over one day and we decided to leave. Like, run away. So we did it. After that, we lived on our own. I worked in a cafe, and he composed music. He plays the harp, and he started writing this kind of new agey music. It got kind of popular, so we didn't have to worry too much about surviving. Wow, he's blind and he can play the harp well enough to be successful. That's pretty impressive. Sometimes he'd play at little venues like coffee houses and stuff, and his fans would show up and listen to him play and cry. Or some of them would meet on their own and recite stuff from the book he'd written and play his songs. I know it sounds kind of like weird and culty, but they just do that stuff on their own, okay? My brother doesn't have anything to do with it. Anyway, we did that for a while, and then one day Alice showed up. I need your help, she told us. We need people who can do what you can do. Yeah, the morphogenic field. So we went to the location she gave us, and it turned out to be the headquarters of the SOIS, where they'd taken us after the second nunnery game. They put us in a room with about a dozen or so other people who were all about the same age as us. A bunch of them looked familiar too. It only took a moment to realise how we knew each other. They were the kids from the first nunnery game. We were all excited to see each other again, and we were hugging and shaking hands and stuff. And then Alice walked in. The whole room went quiet. She walked up to the podium and looked around the room, making eye contact with each one of us. Right now, a terrorist organization is preparing for a major attack. They plan to trigger a viral pandemic. Oh, so this is them then. This is the aftermath. If they succeed, they will strike a massive blow against all of humanity, not just any one country. It's possible that we as a species will die out completely. We are doing our best to prevent this, but we need your help. You are what we call espers. You have the ability to access the morphogenic field, or the morphogenetic field. We need that. I'm guessing you don't know what any of that is, but basically we can do this thing that's some kind of telepathy. I mean, it isn't really telepathy, but that's probably the closest thing, okay? Espers can resonate the consciousness with another person through this thing called the morphogenetic field. The purpose of the first nunnery game was to research that ability, so they kidnapped kids who had the potential to do it and threw them into the game. Alice had gathered up all the kids from that experiment. Well, I mean, it had been 9 years since it happened, so we weren't really kids anymore. Anyway, everybody she brought in was an Esper. That included me and my brother, of course. I bet you think I'm just making all this up, huh? I don't blame you. It is pretty crazy. I mean, I was even starting to forget I could even do that stuff. So when I heard Alice's story, I was like, screw that. I was trying to move on with my life, and now some shady government creeps wanted me to use some weird ability I had for them? No way. I wasn't even sure I could do it anymore. Some of the others felt differently though, and they told Alice they'd do it. It was a job after all, and most people wouldn't turn down a salary like that. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you. She told us how much they'd pay us if we helped. It was a lot. More wealth than you can imagine. I was still totally against doing it. My brother told me he'd go along with whatever I decided, so I decided we were leaving. A couple of days passed, and then Alice showed up at our apartment. She didn't waste time. The people behind the first nunnery game might have been part of the terrorist organization Alice and the SOIS were after. It wasn't that, she asked, something that I might want to know more about? That got me curious. My brother too. But the clincher was what Seven told us. He was one of the guys that got abducted with us for the second nunnery game. She called him on her phone right then and there and handed it to us. You guys are the only people who can do this. We don't know where Junpei is. He's gone off to travel the world, looking for Akane. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Please, just do me a favor and help Alice out. Junpei, like equals like 7, another participant from the nunnery game. Yeah, we know that. He was the main character. Akane, one of the people behind the second nunnery game. 7 was a Japanese policeman, which was probably how Alice got in touch with him. Anyway, that did it. My brother and I agreed to join the SOIS. For the next couple months, all we did was train. Half of the time it was general knowledge and technical skills and SOIS agent need, and the other half was learning to strengthen our Esper abilities. They'd actually known about the Espers for quite a while, and had a lot of techniques that helped us get better and stronger, After several months of hard work, we were finally ready for our first field missions. Mine was an infiltration. My brother stayed at the base so I could relay information back through him. I was supposed to sneak into a research facility, posing as one of their workers, and then use the morphogenetic field to transmit what I found back to my brother. But everything went wrong. It was a trap. The whole research facility was fake and I got captured. Alice had to come and rescue me. I've been sending information about the inside of the facility to my brother, and Alice used that information to come and find me. As soon as she got there, she picked me up and carried me out. I was relieved and happy to be alive and free, but I also felt ashamed and miserable. While she was carrying me back out, I started to cry. She was just so cool, and I wasn't. I wanted to be just like her. So from that day onward, I did everything I could to be more like Alice. Our infiltration ended in failure, but we did manage to get something useful. In fact, we were able to figure out where the headquarters was. The directors decided that December 25th, 2028 would be the day we would strike. This time, I promised myself we wouldn't screw it up. Damn, on Christmas Day? Well, I mean, I guess it could be like fucking stuffed with Christmas dinner and a bit drunk, so probably lethargic and easy to take down. That's a good plan. I was finally going to get some answers about something that had been with me for most of my life. But then, on December 22nd, 3 days before the raid, Alice and I were attacked by people in gas masks whilst we were going over our plans. Which is 3 days before I was taken as well. And since they were taken 3 days before me, that might suggest that they might have been the frozen people? I don't know, they could have just held Clover and Alice drugged somewhere, because they do have Soparil on site. So maybe the people that were pod people were here considerably longer. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. When you woke up, you were in the warehouse.
Yeah.
All of that talking seemed to have tired Clover out. Fucking hell, it's tiring me out as well. I need some water. She sighed and her long hair swayed as she moved. Hey, I've got a few questions.
What are they?
Well, first off, your powers, I guess? I'm guessing you can't use them right now?
Yeah. I'm not really sure why.
I don't know, maybe we're like deep underground or something. Well, I don't know, the Nevada base was underground as well, so that's not really an excuse.
I've been sending my brother messages ever since I woke up, but...
No response?
Yeah. If there was another Esper here, they could make me stronger. But that's just wishful thinking.
Of course there wouldn't be a response anyway, because she's the transmitter, not the receiver. But whatever.
Wait.
What?
Well, if there's someone else who's stronger than me, then they kind of absorb my powers.
Yeah, that too. Maybe Zero has a really strong morphogenetic field then. Or just somebody else.
No, never mind.
Oh, this
That's
raises too many
probably not
questions. Right, whatever. I have some other questions, so moving on. I think I understand what Alice was talking about now. They were trying to spread that virus,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so who are they?
Well, I can't tell you that.
What? Why not? You told me all that other stuff, but this is too much?
Well, Alice would be mad at me.
I already told you I wouldn't tell her.
But...
Fine. Let me rephrase. When are they going to do it?
Well, if we knew that, we wouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
So you don't know?
No. All we know is soon.
Soon, TM. That could mean just about anything.
Yeah. It could be next week or next month or even next year. Or it could have happened already.
Wait, you mean they might have already released the virus? It wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't that make the most sense?
Yeah, that's what I was saying
how
before.
about this room? Or that newspaper article? And the 3 people who were put in cold sleep.
Are you saying you, me, and Alice were frozen and the pandemic happened while we were on ice? Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Nobody else has heard of Radical 6
Maybe
either.
they're lying.
Really? All 6 of them?
Well, if Kay really does have memory loss, then it's only 5. Quark is out too.
So you're saying Temyoji, Dio, Phi, and Luna are all lying? Guess they are a little suspicious. I don't know, not Luna. I'm not as suspicious of her since she held to her word. I think she's just kind of genuine.
Right?
But she's a doctor. What would she have to lose to, like, say that she understands that a virus exists? What's their motive?
For lying? How would I know?
Then what's the motive for a terrorist organization to start a pandemic?
I heard it was something about purifying the unclean?
Yeah, I mean, that does sound like extremist terrorist sort of point of view. Does it really need that much explanation? Purifying the unclean.
Oh, unclean, 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 unclean.
What are you doing?
Shut up! Just hold on a minute. I'm this close to remembering. Unclean, clean.
Mr. Clean.
Een.
Een? The fuck? She leapt up, suddenly excited.
Neostigmine.
Yeah, we've mentioned that before. It's in the injection gun. Yeah, what?
Did you forget it already? I'm talking about this stuff.
As she spoke, she pulled something out of her pocket. It was the injection gun, complete with a vial of medication. Oh right, I remember that part. It was in the safe. It was in the safe in the treatment center, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have any idea what it was though, so I gave it to you.
Exactly.
Are you saying you've heard about this neostigmine before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just remembered.
You remembered?
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of colon esterase inhibitor.
That's how you say that word. I was struggling with that one earlier.
That means it's a sort of antidote for tubocurarine.
Okay. So with that, we could survive one of us dying from the bracelet. Sorry, but I still don't get it. Sigma, how do you not get this? Come on.
How easy do I have to make it?
I know, Clover, I'm on your side here.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll start at the top, alright? The stuff I've got in here is neostigmine, which counteracts the muscle relaxant tubocurarine.
Yeah.
Following me?
Tubocurarine is the poison in our bracelets, right?
Right. It's the second thing we get injected with if we're penalized.
First, is this over real? Which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
Oh, I love Zero in this. He's such an asshole. So you're saying this neostigmine keeps it from working?
Yes! Oh my god! How many times are you going to make me say it?
I know, right? So we can just inject ourselves with this if we get penalized.
Yeah! We don't have to die. We're gonna be okay. We can only pull the trigger once, though.
That means we can only use it on one person.
Yeah.
So I guess for the ideal scenario then we want to get everyone up to 9 points and then they can get penalised. Like the last person can be penalised until, I don't know, would that work there? Nah, just everyone needs to ally all the time and then just chill out for like a bunch of rounds and we'll be fine. Well, it's still good news. This means one of us can break the rules once. Like, let's see.
The best way to use it would be for sneaking through the number 9 door.
I guess so.
If somebody gets 9 points, they can open it, right? With this stuff, somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them.
But how do we decide who that's going to be? Or is Clover going to betray us and go with Alice?
Anyway, I'm gonna go tell
She does have the
Alice.
gun. What? Hey! Clover, wait! Clover! It was too late. Clover was already on the lift and gone. Damn. I was, I think understandably, upset. With no stairs, my only choice was to wait for the lift to come back down. As soon as it was back, I jumped on and headed upstairs. Vi! Where did Clover go? Oh shit, she's got the Radical 6 as well. Vi, can you hear me? She didn't say anything, just stared at me with her mouth half open. Her eyes seemed slightly glazed and her body was unnaturally stiff. Ah, shit. Vi? I grabbed her shoulder and shook her gently. Slowly she raised her arm, fingers drooping limply from it. She gestured toward the exit that led away from the warehouse. That way? She went out that door? My only answer was a slow, shallow nod. Right, got it. Thanks. I headed for the exit, then paused. You look pretty tired. Get some rest, alright? Oh my god, Sigma, you are such a fucking idiot. You've seen this exact thing before, and it happened to Quark. Still no response. There was something odd about her, but catching Clover seemed like more of a priority. I turned back around and jogged out the door towards the treatment center. So let's go find where Clover and Alice are. Huh? This is weird. Where is everybody? I'd assumed Alice would be in the treatment center, so Clover would have gone there to find her, but the room was empty. Yuna and Temyoji were gone too. They'd left Quark, and the readout in his pod said his vital signs were still normal. As far as I could tell, he was still asleep. Fine. Guess it's time to go look somewhere else. I made my way out of the treatment center. Huh, so everyone's just gone. What the fuck? Just the entire place is just empty now. Saw that bikini woman on the wall there. What the hell? What's going on here? Can't find anybody. Every single room is empty. Wait. Still one place I haven't checked. The infirmary. What's happening? Oh, is that a gas leak or something? I ran into the room and stopped short. I might as well have run into a brick wall. My chest tightened so much I could barely breathe. No. What happened? I felt my whole body convulse. Oh my god, so I've got Radical 6 as well then, okay. Whether from terror or nausea, I couldn't tell. My legs went limp and I crumpled to the floor. Something sticky pressed against the palm of my hand. I looked down to see blood. A vast, warm pool of fresh blood, stretching out across the room, lapping up my legs and hands. Why? This can't be real. How could... Oh shit! That's Temyoji, that is Phi. Did Kay do this? Dio's dead as well. Who else is left alive? So Quark's in the thing. I'm here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Kay. Kay killed everyone. In the middle of the lake of blood, like an island of flesh, were bodies. There were a bloody tangle of lifeless limbs and dead eyes, with too much blood and chaos for me to tell who was who. Had they sliced themselves open, or stabbed one another? I couldn't tell. All the blood. Too much blood. Whatever they'd done, it was clear what tool they'd used to do it. The scalpel, of course. The scalpel lay in the blood next to them, its handle and blade streaked with gore. This was how they had died. This tiny blade. Oh god. This is it. It's all over. This is how it ends. That's right. I have to end it. This nightmare will finally be over. Time to wake up. My fingers scraped across the floor as I picked up the scalpel. I lifted it slowly, carefully to my neck, as if someone were grabbing my hand was there, guiding my hand with theirs, and drew it across my throat. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that we found one of the bad endings. But Jesus, that was quite the ending. Oh my god. I just recognized this this song. This tune, someone was playing it on a stream the other day and I just recognized it, and obviously it's this, but damn. So that is the end of our first blind route through Virtue's Last Reward. So what the fuck happened there? Like, Clover wanted to run off and explain to Alice that they could both get out. Well, I guess that's what she was going to do. They could both get out by cheating the bracelet, as long as one of them had 9 points. But before any of that could happen, at least Phi succumbed to Radical 6 before being brutally murdered. Everyone, apart from Kay, being brutally murdered. Then when I found them, it seemed like I was getting Radical 6 before killing myself. So that means that Eva K is a robot, which is why his corpse wasn't there, because, you know, that you wouldn't have a corpse, you can't kill Metal. Or he's the one that murdered everybody. Plus, we got a lot of information, we got a ton of information about Clover from this route as well, which was what I wanted to do from the start, so that was good. But yeah, like, so far, like, I don't know, but the stakes of the game don't quite feel as high as they were in 999, but the overall story is just as fascinating. So obviously in 999 they had 9 hours or they were going to all explode, and they demonstrated the stakes of that game right at the start by having number 9 be blown up. But in this one it's kind of taken a while to ramp up, though there is a lot of elements to the mystery that are pretty interesting. So I guess I could just see how the other routes go and start piecing together the bigger picture. I feel like we got a lot of information from this route though that is worth it. I think I chose a good way to go for the start. I am interested in seeing how that route would have changed at all if we betrayed Quark, because that's where the last choice branch was. There's our achievement. Oh, there's another achievement. I guess that was for getting the Clover ending. So let's save that game. How long did it take for us to get there? 7 hours exactly. Wow, damn, 7 hours for one route. So yeah, this is the first route that we took. We chose the yellow door, we betrayed Tenyoji, we got the green door, and we allied with Quark, which ended us here. So I think what we should do now is see what happened if we betrayed Quark by coming here. Now how do I skip? Oh, it just takes us right to the choice. That is great. Brilliant. So let's just skip through this until we get to the new part where we can betray the child that is ill and passed out. Or was it going to stop skipping?
What did you choose, Sigma?
Yep. It automatically stops skipping when you get to a point that is new, which is really good feature. So that's good. We're safe to skip. You didn't see me push the button?
No.
Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. What you want to do after that is up to you. You can come with me if you want, or you can stay here. Well, he's being so weird about it this time because he betrayed him. Your
That's
choice.
as good as saying you chose betray.
Yeah, exactly. Huh. I grinned and headed toward the display.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
I wonder if my choice affected anyone else's choice. No. Okay. It didn't affect Quark's choice either, obviously, because he was in the thing. Oh, I can see how this is going to change things, though. Because now we can both just leave. And of course, Clover has the gun, so Alice can come with us.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
And there we are. Pair of 9s.
What did you do, Clover?
Sorry. It wasn't me.
Sigma, huh?
Yeah.
Care to
Yeah, that
explain
was
this,
me.
then?
What's there to explain? It's exactly what it looks like. I'm getting out of here.
What?
Are you going with him, Clover? I...
When they all turned around to look at Clover, I made my move. Oh, I'm just gonna fucking bolt for the door before they can even work out about the injection gun. Jesus, my feet pounded across the metal floor of the warehouse as I ran for the number 9 door.
Hey, wait!
You'd have to do better than shout if you wanted to stop me. I was closer, I was almost there. I took one last running leap and slammed into the wall, the unlocking device right in front of me. With a yell of triumph, I threw the lever down. Damn, this is so selfish. I mean, I did just betray a child so that I can get my own freedom. So I guess him acting super selfishly is not a surprise. The door began to open. A heavy metallic grinding noise filled the room.
Shit! That son of a bitch actually did it?
I did do it, apparently. Jesus, his voice sounded almost surprised. I turned to face him. Sorry, but it looks like this is goodbye.
Sigma.
Don't worry. I'll go to the police as soon as I get out and come back with help. I'm not going to just leave you all here to die.
Don't give me that shit. I know a liar when I see one.
Really? Maybe you should get your eyes checked. Oh my god, Sigma, you're such an asshole. I thought Dio was bad, but Sigma over here just topping him.
Are you guys just gonna let him run off like this?
No way. I can't allow that. He took advantage of a sick kid. He's just a coward.
Agreed.
Yep. So this is the route where everybody hates me for being an absolute prick.
I also agree.
Even the robot.
That's it then. Let's get him. Ready?
Yeah.
Are they just gonna kick the shit out of me? Oh my god, I hope they do.
He's toast.
Just leave it to us.
Hey now, don't do anything you'll regret. This door only opens once, you know. If you stop me, then...
Give it up. Charge!
Yeah, if I can kick the shit out of him, let Clover go out and she can get help. I spun back around to face the door. There it was, right in front of me. Freedom. I leapt for it. Or at least I tried. Oh, I'm so glad that didn't work. It happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, my cheek was being pressed against the cold steel floor of the warehouse.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
And I'm being pressed to the floor, so rip my freedom. Shit! Let me go! Let go of me, goddammit! I could feel something huge, heavy, and metal pressed against my back. Kay had to be holding me down. Yeah, you ain't gonna get out from that. I flailed and kicked, but it didn't do any good. What are you doing? You're just killing yourselves! The door only opens once. If I don't...
I know. Go, Clover.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought would happen.
Huh?
You're the only one of us with 9 BP. Nobody else can get out.
But
This is an order from your commanding officer. You are to escape from this facility. Once you've accomplished that, call for help.
that's...
Stop complaining and go. If that door closes, it's all over. None of us will get out of here alive.
Yeah, in this shitty situation, that is obviously the best thing that we can all do. Especially considering she's linked with the government and has special training. She is the perfect person to go out in this time.
Leave!
Just... yeah, either of those two are the best two candidates to leave. And obviously she has 9 points, so she can just go without having to use the injection or anything. The door had already begun to close. The space was narrowing quickly, but was still wide enough for a single person to make it through.
Fine. You didn't leave me much choice.
Oh, she kicked her through. I couldn't see what had happened, but I heard enough to guess. Alice had shoved Clover through the door. Looking up, I could see Clover's feet just beyond the doorway.
Alice!
Go! Call for help!
I'm counting on you. Alice! No! I can't!
So because of the whole situation with that failed mission where she got captured, she doesn't have enough faith in herself and she's terrified, is what I'm guessing.
The number 9 door has closed.
You know, alongside the whole thought of abandoning her friend and partner.
This ends the nonary game.
Game over.
Thank you for your participation.
And does this mean they all
As the
die
game
now?
is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Game over. Okay, so we got the bad version of a bad ending. That wasn't supposed to happen, yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that I couldn't get away with that and they just kicked the shit out of me. So yeah, now we have got 2 of the endings. Damn, that one only took 10 minutes to get. So let's see. Got a bad ending, and I guess these pictured endings then aren't bad endings. They're just normal endings. And I'm guessing just like in 999, once I get all of these normal endings, I'll be able to get the true ending, which will probably be one of these. Or I guess probably not. Probably just one of them is locked off. We'll get the true answer to that once we've gotten all the other endings. Just like before. So I guess the next route that we'd want to do is, instead of betraying Temyoji, we'll just ally him and then follow this. So that gives us a choice of doors. See, obviously last time when we betrayed, they didn't trust us. Temyoji refused to go with us, so that didn't give us that choice. So we only had the one path to go down. But now when we ally, it means that we'll get a bunch of choices. So I think next time we'll have to do this part of the flowchart and see what happens when we're a bit nicer earlier on. But yeah, I think for now though I'm gonna end up for tonight because we got a whole bunch of progress done. We've seen a couple new endings, and now we are ready to try the next mystery. So, we'll come back for the next path tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you then.